Alright, so this is now day 2. I was here last night till about 10 o'clock, so probably about 3 hours of work that I put in. I got the car up on jack stand so I could get underneath it a little better. I got most of the stuff figured out where I needed to put it. The starter wire, I ran through that pipe, and there's a couple of other wires up here that I'm not sure exactly where they go, but I'm sure I'll be able to figure that out. The other thing I did is I got a new sending unit on the way, but for now I'm just going to put a pipe plug in there so I can at least prime the engine with oil. I also got a new hose kit for the mechanical oil pressure gauge for the top, so I'll set all that up, and I'm going to see if we can at least get the engine to turn over with the key. But before we do that, I got to finish the wiring and then make sure it turns over by hand, check the oil, and just go over and do all basic checks before you actually try and start a car. So I guess watch me work. Another important thing is the ground strap for the engine to the body. There's supposed to be 2 of these. They only have one in the store, so I'm going to put the engine to body one on now, and then I'll get another one to put between the frame and the body, and that'll take care of all of our grounding. I just set up the oil pressure gauge from in the car, the mechanical one, to out here with a new nylon line. Now the nylon line isn't the most ideal for this, but it works, and that was all I had at the parts store, so that's what I got. Most of the time, if you can get the copper line, it bends a little easier and it looks nicer and it stands up to any wear that you would normally have. So right here, you can see I did the line and I ran it through here. I got to make a grommet for in there, and then down here, well, it's really bright. Down here, you see that fitting right there, that gold fitting with the black in the middle. So that's for the oil pressure sending unit, which I don't have yet, but I was able to put the plug in there, so at least I could prime the engine. Now there's a couple other spots that I believe need bolts on them, like down here. Down here by the fuel pump, there's two. Can't really get the camera in there very well. A lot of stuff in the way. But those two right there, I believe the top one needs a bolt in it because that goes into the fuel pump push rod, and if there's not a bolt in there, oil, I believe, leaks out. So there should be a short bolt that goes in there. You don't want to put one in that's too long, because then it'll hold the fuel pump push rod in place and you won't have any fuel pressure. And you can mess up your camshaft too. Alright, so I'm going to install the primer tool now, just so it's in there. Basically, it's a piece like this. It has the keyway in it, and this goes down in there, and you'll feel it lock in to the keyway. Then it has this piece, which you can install it like this without a gasket on it. I don't recommend doing that because it could push oil out. Probably won't, but you could take your old distributor gasket and put it on there. And it just slides over, and I like to just make that distributor hold down hand tight, and it'll be fine. And then you take your drill, put it on there, run it, and it should build oil pressure. So I'm going to put the camera inside so you can see the oil pressure building.